All right, we're ready to go. Piecewise function. What is a piecewise function? It is a function that's broken up into pieces. All right, y'all ready to go to the next subject? That was a joke. I'll show you one. Let me show you one that will be on the test. Okay, there's one right there. Example number 2 on page 133. I'll write it up on the board. X plus 2 and 1/2 x squared. X plus 2 and 1/2 x squared. Where is my... There we go. And we'll go ahead and make a handy dandy grid out of this thing. Of course, it's not probably not going to be. F of x is equal to, what I say? X plus 2. We'll do that in blue. And we'll do the other one in red. G of x is equal to what? 1/2 x squared. Now give me the parameters on the blue one. What does the blue say as far as the domain?
X is less than or equal to 0.
And what does it say for the red?
X is greater than 0.
All right, so take a second, and I want you to graph those two, and then erase whatever you need to erase. That's what I tell students. When you draw these things, draw them just like you've been drawing them, and then erase what you don't need. So is that your antenna on the front? Cut my fingernail too deep. It hurts.
So on the x plus 2, you would just pretty much say the f of x equals x graph is just a straight line. Since it's plus 2, you go over 2. And
That's the vertical shift. Oh, x plus 2. That's your vertical shift right here.
Yeah. Would you go up 2 or over 2?
Up 2.
And then the 1/2,
That's going to be a parabola, and it's going to be wide.
so it's just going to go over the wider one.
It's going to be wide, so it's going to go through 0, 0.
No, on the 1/2 x squared, do you just do the, where you make the grid about the x, like the -2, -1, 0, 1, 2?
Hold on, yeah. You graph just like you would anything else.
Well, on the x plus 2, you could just go to the move on straight line.
Yep. Okay, the blue one, like she said, 1/1 is your slope. And then you start, instead of 0, 0, you start at 0 plus 2. And I'm going to take my blue dot and start at 0, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then I take my handy dandy line maker and I want to make it very thin and blue.
Priority 1 message coming in on
Sorry
secured
about that.
channel.
And there's my line.
Does it help if you already know what the parent graph looks like?
Well, yeah,
Could
but
just
but
go
you have to plot these. You have to plot these. You can't just sketch them. You have to plot them. And the red line, since we, now, if you wanted to do your points or you just want to memorize them, that's fine, or you can do them in your head. However, I'm going to use -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. That's what I'm going to use. So, -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. Now, -4 squared is what? 16 divided by 2, 8. -2 squared is 4, divided by 2 is 2. 0, I'll do that one for you, and 2, and 8. So take your handy dandy plotter, and -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and +8, 2, 4, 6, 8, somewhere up there, and 4 and 8, and -2 and 2, and 2 and 2, and 0, 0. And take the handy dandy red line maker, and go from point to point. Okay, now you are done with drawing what you need to draw. Now you just need to erase what you don't need. Simple as that. So, take our handy dandy eraser. I don't know if it'll erase these lines, but we'll delete them if we need to. The blue line, X is what? Less than or equal to 0. So here's 0, so we need to erase these guys and take out this line and start it I'm sorry, I'm having a brain bubble. Delete and redraw the line from, it's easier on your paper because you got an eraser, and redraw it down that way. Alright, so there's your line. If you line up right, there it is. X is greater than 0 here. So that means we need to take out this side. So we need to take that out. And that one out. I have an X up here. And these two guys, it's a whole lot easier on y'all's paper. And that is a piecewise function. Simple as that. Don't make it hard. Now, could I have a closed circle? Could I have a closed circle right here and it just goes from negative 15 to 0? Yes. That's right here. Now, what kind of circle goes on the blue? A closed circle. So you need to make that one a little bit bigger. Like that. I'm just kidding, not make that big. But a little bit different there than your other dots. Needs to be a little bit bigger. What kind of circle goes here? Open circle. That's the open circle. Now the domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity. Why? Because this is assumed to be a what? An arrowhead, because you haven't been given any ending. And this is considered what? An arrowhead, because it has not been given an ending. But what about x is equal to 0? Well, is 0 going to be used in the piecewise function?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, is it going to be used in both functions?
No.
No. But is it going to be used in the piecewise function? Yes. So the domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. The range, negative infinity, positive infinity, are all real numbers, all real numbers. Now, what if they were both open circles? Then it would be different. Your domain would be negative infinity to 0, parentheses, 0 to positive infinity, are all real numbers except x cannot equal what? And then the range would reflect the same. Piece of cake. Now this is the type, now I may have 2 or 3. I may give you 3 or 4 functions, but I'm not going to give you, let me show you what I'm not going to give you on a test.
This will be in here.
I don't know. I have no idea. What is this? I know they got one in here. They always do. That one. Absolute value of x. I do not put that on there because that just freaks people out. Okay? So just mark that one. Put it down in your notebooks to have it, but I'm not going to give you that on the test. I'll give you another one I'll give you on the test if I can find a good one in your homework. I mean, in the homework in the book. There's 4 good ones right there. 4 or 5. There's, all these are good. Let's do number 8. I'll blow it up for you. Or you don't have a book. We'll do one from that bunch, and then we'll do one from the bottom bunch. So do that one, and then we'll move on to compositions. Everybody see it, number 8? Yeah, Hubert, I see it. Okay. Give everybody a minute to, and also do the directions up top. It's got a D, F of 3, but I'll do that one after I blow it back down. 2x something something and negative 4x or something. We'll do, what's the first one? All right, f of x is equal to negative 2x, and what's the domain?
No, actually less than negative 3.
All right, the second one?
3x times 1.
And what's the domain?
Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. which is less than or equal to 2.
Orange. What's the next one?
Negative 4x.
And domain.
X is greater than 2.
All right. So, take our handy dandy line maker. Oops, wrong color, wrong width. Even not the width I wanted, but and negative 2x, that means it's going left to right down, 2 over 1, and starting from 0, so I take my handy dandy blue dot maker, and I go 0, 0, that's our spot, because plus 0, that's your vertical shift, and then it's a negative slope, so that means 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over, 2 down, 1 over, 2 down, 1 over. So your line looks like that. Now, I'm not going to draw a line because that way I can just erase the dots I need and then we'll draw a line. Red. This is a vertical shift of what? Negative 1. So that's our y-intercept right here. And 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops. That's good. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, there's that line. And then the orange is negative 4x, so it's going this way, and it's 0, 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I don't know how that happened. Whatever. Okay. So let's do our erasing. This means that x has to be less than what? Negative 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have to erase. Well, it's not going to erase that. Why is that? I guess I have to click on each one of them. Yep. Sorry. I thought, I guess I'll just have to erase that one, that one. I know there's a delete button on here somewhere.
It's an X,
No, that moves it.
it's into the box right.
Where?
You're hitting your shadows covered. It's into the long box.
This one?
Over. Other way. Over.
Over here?
Down.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know where it was. And those are gone. We need to put another point up here. So what is it? Negative 2. So that'd be 2 up, 1 over, right there. Two up, 1 over. So that line is going, technically it's going this direction, but it stops right here. What kind of circle goes right here? Open circle. And we'll put that open circle right there. And we'll draw a line. Going that way with our handy dandy. Well, let me try this. Back up. That's not what I want.
How did you finally get your board fixed?
They haven't, I haven't seen anything happen since. No sneezing in class. Really?
We do.
I just can't get anything to work.
We do.
There, how's that? Everybody got that? Supposed to put a daggum thing on it, but it didn't. All right, the red line has to be between 2 and -3. Well, there's 3. Here's -3 right here, and +2 is right here. So we got this line down here. It goes down to here, so it's going to be way down here. So I'll put a red mark right down here, but you'll know what it means. It means that down there. Anyway, and +2 is right here, so we got a line from -2 to +2. And it's red. And it goes all the way down. And there is a closed circle down here and a closed circle right here. So that's that. And then x is greater than 2. It's going to be hard to show that because here's 2. It'd be down here and it'd go what? It'd go on down. And it'd have a open circle on the orange. And that's a piecewise function. Y'all got it? Any questions on that?
But
On the test, you can have 3 different equations like that if you're asking for one.
There'll be 2 or 3. And those questions that they're asking, the first question, hold on. Let me get the thing pulled up. It says, what is f of -5? Well, you find where x is equal to -5, and you find out what y is. -1, 0, and 3. They're just asking you to find the y's for those x's. Okay?
on the-
Question? Yeah.
When it says x is greater than 2 on the orange, would it just go from 2 up? Or,
Whichever direction it's going, yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. X is greater than 2.
because it don't say it's equal to 2. So,
Hold on. Let me do it over. Hold on. It's a negative slope. Yeah. It'd be here, right here. It started down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I wish this thing would work with me. If I tell it what to do, it would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See, it's going to start right here. It's going to be an open circle, and it's going to go down because that line's going down. It's going this way.
but since it says, it's greater than 2, so when it got up to 2, yeah.
X is greater than 2, so right here. These numbers right here. When these numbers right here are plugged in, what is this function doing? Going down.
What'd you put the open circle onto? Because you don't say it's equal to 2.
That's it, open circle.
But that's what I'm saying, would you still put it onto?
The open circle would be on 2. And then you just put the, technically you put the line touching the outside of the circle because you can't put it in the middle of it.
And if those x is greater than or equal to 2, which is the close circle.
That would be a closed circle. Here and here. And this is the open circle. Okay? All right. Now let's talk about functions. Functions is not hard at all. Functions is real easy. Because you did it, and as I showed my 102s last semester, you've been doing them all your algebraic career. Remember in algebra a long time ago, when you took x plus 4 and you added it to x minus 2? Go ahead and do that. This is called free algebra. And then you took x minus 6 minus x minus 4. Remember doing that? And then you took x plus 2 times x minus 7, and you use the FOIL method. And then you took x squared minus x over x, and you factored that. So let's do the first one. X plus 4, you got a 1 there and a 1 here, distribute the 1s, and that'd be plus x minus 2. And your answer is what? 2x plus 2. Everybody should have got that. Distribute a positive 1 here, distribute a negative 1 here, you get x minus 6 minus x plus 4. X's do what? Your answer is negative 2. X squared minus 5x minus 14. Check me. Everybody did that? And then this comes out to be what? X minus 1. No problem. But that's when you were a redneck. Can't be a redneck no more. You gotta what? You gotta be civilized. You got to hold your pinky up and write it down. F of x is equal to x plus 4, and g of x is equal to x minus 2. And now I want f plus g of x, and I want f minus g of x, and I want f times g of x, and I want f divided by g of x. And what are those? Same thing you did in pre-algebra. Huh? No, it's not. It's the stuff you've been doing since pre-algebra. You just got to hold your pinky up and write it a different way. So the first one is x plus 4 plus x minus 2, and you get the same thing, 2x plus 2. X minus 6 minus x plus 4, and that gives you negative 2. Same thing. This one will give you x squared minus 5x minus 14. Same thing. And this one will give you x minus 1. Okay? What is a function? A function is this guy right here. I don't know what they go into. A function is f of x is equal to 3x plus 4. That guy right there. That's a function. It's a collection of terms, just like your equations are. I mean, not equations, your expressions. This says y is equal to 3x plus 4. Nothing spectacular. Now, where do y'all have trouble? Y'all have trouble when we start doing things with functions. All right? There's one other thing that you did back in Algebra 1 or 2 called systems of what? Systems of equations. Solving systems of equations. y is equal to 2x, and 3x plus 4y is equal to 6. Now, what were you taught to do when you're given something like this?
Input 2x and y.
Not input, I want another word. Starts with S.
Substitute.
Yes. Substitute in. Substitute in 2x wherever there's a y. So I go 3x plus 4 times parentheses is equal to 6. And plug in that 2x. And then I get 3x plus 8x is what? 11x. Divide by 11, divide by 11. X is equal to 6/11, and then you can take that and plug it in here and get y. Basically what? Substitution. Everybody remember doing that? Wherever there's a y, since this is y is equal to 2x, take that 2x and plug it into that y.
Oh, so you're taking y and putting it out. Okay.
Well, y is equal to 2x. If y is equal to 2x, then can I substitute that 2x in for this y?
I was just thinking, I was like, oh, it should be 2xy.
Okay, this is what I want you to remember. 2x, put it in there, and you get this.
Yeah, I got it.
All right? That substitution in your previous classes is basically composition. Is basically composition of function. All you've got to remember is order. The order is what's important. Order. F composed of G, fog. Remember, a composition is going to be an open circle, not a multiplication. Fog means that you're going to substitute in G into F. Goff is the opposite way around. So if I give you f of x is equal to 2x plus 7, and g of x is equal to x squared, and I want fog, I want f composed of g, that means I'm going to rewrite f with big parentheses. So rewrite f, so that's 2 parentheses plus 7. And what am I going to plug into that parenthesis? G of x, which is x squared. And then you get 2x squared plus 7. So f composed of g is 2x plus 7. You would be surprised how some math teachers teach that. There is a couple of math teachers that I know that could teach you that, and you wouldn't know how to get out of the door. You would be lobotomized by the time they got through with you. That's all it is substitution. What's Goff? G composed of f. Well, that means you're going to write the x squared with a big set of what? And what are you going to put in there? 2x plus 7. Now you can leave it like that, or you can write it, but that's the simplified form, just this, because the other one will give you a trinomial. But you could write it either way. Now, we all know that a function is like an ice machine. You put in water, you get out what? Ice. Okay? If I plug in x, which is my domain, I get y. Now watch out for these, because these will get you. right? These will get you. F of x is equal to 2x plus 3. And they want to know what F of 4 is. Well, everybody goes, oh, that's easy. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. But this is the one to get to. What does that mean? Well, just remember your chart from pre-algebra. What does this say? What is this? Y is equal to what? So what are you trying to find? So what do you do? Set the formula equals to 3, just like you did back in algebra. So F of what is equal to 3? There's a lot of students that go through college algebra and they never make that connection. This is the same thing. This is what you've been doing all along. This is the redneck way and this is the sophisticated way. It's the only difference. Let's see what they got in that section. Is it what page is that section on? 2.6. Anybody got it in front of them? That's all right. I'll find it. Okay, here it is. 2.6, operation of functions. Okay, now some of you calculus people, this is your first unit right here. Page 147. I think we're going to wait before I go over that. I want to go over that and I want to hammer it. I'm going to give you about 5 or 10 questions on the test using that one. Hint, hint,
So
circle it. We'll go over it Wednesday.
is that still going to be like graphed out? Or
No,
is that just-
this is just algebra.
So
I'm
there's
going-
only those couple of sections that are graphed.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're-
147. We'll talk about that when I preview the test.
No,
Let me see
but-
what else. There's composition. Composition. Functions and composition. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Okay. All right, this is what we're going to do. Wednesday, I will cover difference quotient, and we'll do, might even get into looking at the test and see what the test looks like. Okay? And go over any homework questions you got Wednesday, because I'm pretty much through except for the difference quotient. And once you do it, once you do the difference quotient 3 or 4 times, it's a piece of cake. Okay? What was your question about graphing?
On those, we're still going to be graphing out.
Yeah, some of them you will, but like I say, it's just putting them in terms of X and Y. That's all you got to do. The biggest thing with functions is f of x, that's y. F of a number, that number is x. And if you make that distinction, and you remember your pre-algebra and your algebra 1, the little chart of x and y, that's all it is. But a lot of people try to get into this function stuff and these arrows over to this and that. Just do the old little chart and you'll be all right. Okay? All right. Now, you are up to 2.6 except for the difference quotient. Don't do the difference quotient. We're going to go over that Wednesday. That's what we'll start with, okay? I don't want you to try that yet, because I want to explain to you what it is.